Naruto, Hunter x Hunter, Tokyo Ghoul, and plenty of other anime have apparently really good board games already released. These are 10 animes I want board game for, and even if they have board games, I just don't know about them or they're very poorly reviewed. Hi, I'm Caravan Dan from Gaming Caravan. Let's get started. Starting off at number 1, it's Code Geass. I love Code Geass. Top 3 anime for me without a doubt. Nope. Do me a favor, if you watch anime, drop down an anime that you need to see a board game for come out now. Starting off at number 1, we have Code Geass. If you don't know, Code Geass is one of the 3-man anime where the protagonist of the anime, which is the main character, is actually an anti-hero, meaning he plays by his own rules for various reasons. This game uses mechs and interesting abilities. I would love to see this as a tactical asymmetric 1v1 warfare where each of them is almost a chess-like hexagonal board where you're able to then maneuver your pieces around. Lelouch, which is the main character in Code Geass, actually has the ability to control other soldiers. I think that'd be very interesting to do in this kind of gameplay. There's also abilities on the Britannia side of the field, which is the antagonist of the entire series, because in this case, Great Britain overtook Japan, and Japanese people are second-class citizens. But I would love to see a 1v1 tactical abstract game set in the first season of the show, where Lelouch is going against his best friend. His classmates don't know who he is, and he's really fighting like a very interesting fight, both morally and on an actual tactical battleground. Next up, we have a very easy pick for me, Case Closed or Detective Conan. If you don't know, this is a very cute but pretty deep detective show where every episode is a case and a mystery. The main character is Shinichi Kudo, or Jimmy Kudo if you watch it in dubbed, where he is a teenager who's idolizes Sherlock Holmes in various ways, and he aims to be like the world's best detective. In this case, he's targeted by an organization that tries to kill him, but instead turns him to a child. He is now solving crimes as a child while hanging out with his almost girlfriend that doesn't know who he is. It's a very interesting game. I'd love to see this as a detective 1v1, almost a mystery game where it is hidden role. There's a lot of NPCs, kind of like how Veiled Fate did it, with a lot of different moving pieces on the board, but no one knows who the other person is. I think that'd be a fun game to play. I think it'd be interesting how they go about that. I don't want it to be like a party game. You could easily do this as a social deduction game. I don't want to be social. I want to be a deduction game without any of the social rounds. Very few games do this, and we'll talk about more of them in another video. Now, it's another one of my favorite animes, Bleach. Oh, I am obsessed with Bleach. I've been obsessed with Bleach since I saw it on TV on accident when I was in 6th grade on Cartoon Network, or Toonami at the time. It is a fantastic anime with a lot of depth. There's a lot of different classes in the game, and Ichigo, spoiler alert, ends up becoming gets an ability from every single class that he encounters. There are Bounce, which are vampires that are specific to anime. There are Soul Reapers, which are the main people. There are Archers, who are known as the Quincy's. There are Espadas, which are Hollows turned warriors. I want to see a game where everyone has their own little squad of heroes and their own clan. Like someone plays as the Quincy's, they have a bunch of archers with their own abilities. Someone plays as the Bounce, they have their own abilities. Someone plays as the Soul Reaper, so you get the main characters. I think I would love to see that in a open battleground where you go around trying to kill various hollows, and everyone's trying to kill the most amount of hollows. That fits the theme pretty well because they are competitive. It's a cooperative nature, but maybe it's a semi-co-op where everyone's trying to do the most amount of damage, similar to Bloodborne, the card game, or some other game where it's a semi-co-op or even fully competitive hunting game. I would love to see that on a grand scale, and the Bleach IP would do that flawlessly. Now, do me a favor, like this video if you enjoyed what we've talked about so far, and subscribe to see more listicles just like this. I'm a huge video game anime IP fan, so if you like this video, you're gonna like a lot more of the things I talk about in post. Now we're going to a modern anime, Blue Lock. If you don't know, Blue Lock is a soccer anime where Japan is trying to have the best soccer team in the world by creating the most perfect striker, boosting their ego and their self-esteem to a point where they are going to score the goals in any way, shape, or form possible. Very motivational anime. I love soccer. I grew up in soccer and I watch it whenever I can. Only the national games, if I'm being fully honest. But I love soccer. The anime does a very great job of showing soccer mentality and the logic behind it, and what you have to do in order to score points. It shows forced teamwork, where even though you're fully competing against each other, you also want to have the strongest ego in order to be number one. Because strikers need to be in the middle of every single goal possible in soccer. And this is of course done to a absurd amount, but I'd love to see a soccer-based game where everyone drafts their own players, maybe in like a 4v4 or 3v3 mentality. And the bigger the game, you can even do like a 2v2 for players, and each player controls 2 characters on the field with their own abilities, asymmetric. Maybe the more things you do in the game, if you do slide tackles, if you do steals, if you get balls, if you do tosses, if you score a goal, you get more points. They'll allow you to do more abilities, because in the show, every character has their own ability focal point, which is actually pretty realistic. Some people focus on long distance sprints or long distance runs. Some people focus on sprints. Some people perform on tricks and copy other people's abilities. It is pretty realistic, just in an anime-esque way. And I'd love to see that done in a board game where everyone's drafting soccer players to play a soccer game. Now we have a new one from China called To Be Hero X. This was a fantastic anime, both subbed and dubbed, but I watched dubbed primarily. This anime is based off the world where heroes are becoming stronger and stronger based on the trust they have from the people. The more people that believe in you, the stronger abilities get. But additionally, based on how strong you get, fear is now implemented based on the strength you have, because all your potential good can become potential evil. It's a very interesting balance in the world that's shown throughout the series. It's an anthology series, so every 2 or 3 episodes is a brand new story going throughout time. Some are beginning of the society, some are very late in the game. Some are entirely different art styles, and of course X is the best hero of all. And there is a combat every year that you fight each other to be ranked number 1, have the most amount of popular trust. I think that'd be a very strong, cool game to have everyone have like a base character. You go out in the world, you start fighting and solving crimes based on the people who witness your power and the social media presence you have. More people see what you do and have more faith in you, which is exactly what happens in the show. It's a very interesting IP. It's a very new one to go down as well. I would be lying if I said I haven't been designing a game already with that similar mentality of, the more faith people have in you, the stronger your powers are. But I would like to see this as an official IP, so I'd be fine never publishing my game if this actually gets picked up with the official IP on this. So I think that'd be a fantastic implementation of To Be Hero X. Next up, we have the Fate Stay series. I love Fate Stay. There's Fate Stay Unlimited Blade Works, Fate Stay the Night. There's a million Fate Apocrypha, Fate. There's so many different versions of Fate. If you don't know, it is the Holy Grail War, where basically if whoever wins this battle royale will get their wishes granted. It is based off people in modern society. They're like hidden witches, almost Harry Potter style. And what they have to do is they have to try to summon a legendary warrior. And based off the legendary warriors they summon, that's their class. There's archer, there's berserker, there is mage, there's assassin. There's 7 different types, and it changes throughout the animes, but it's pretty consistent with them. I think it'd be pretty cool where you draft a summoner and then you draft a hero of sorts, and then everyone has to figure out who the other person is, because each character has their own weaknesses, which is very canon to the anime. But it's also a battle royale where you're going about, you're doing different objectives, and the goal is to be the last one standing. I would love to see that done in an anime. I think it might have to be like a point-based anime instead, where whoever has the most amount of points wins the Holy Grail War in some regards. I think that'd be very interesting. It would be a game where you need probably at least 3 people to be fun. It might be like a social-esque game where it's like Dungeon Cart, where the more people you have, the more fun it is, because the more people involved in the war, the more grand scale it actually feels. But a game where you have 2 very specific warriors you control and overtake and have like a nice synergy for multifaceted replayability would be very interesting with this IP. Number 7 is God Eater. God Eater is an anime, but also a video game. It was predominantly a video game, and then anime was adapted very loosely and very like short on the series. But this one is a case where basically there's a bunch of different kaijus that exist in the world, and you can sign up for it and have like a weapon assigned to you. And if it fits with you and your character and who you are, and it bonds with you, you can use it and have like super cool types of weaponry. It's not really abilities, because sometimes it's really just based on the weapons that you have. In this game, I think it'd be very cool to have a player character with a determination, and whoever kills the most amount of monsters in X amount of time does well. Again, I'm a huge fan of Bloodborne, the card game, so I think this would be another cool implementation of last one to do the hit gets the most amount of points. Maybe the blood you deal is also points along the way in that regard. But it's a very fun IP, very deep. It's a hack and slash. So if Devil May Cry can have a board game about it, and that's not, it's an anime, it's a great anime, but it's a video game primarily. If that's the hack and slash that has a board game about it, I can very much see someone doing God Eater board game on this. Now, number 8, this one might exist already, but I'm not too sure. This is Sword Art Online. I don't care. I know there's one coming out soon, but because I haven't played it, I don't know any of the reviews on it, I'm going to still say I want a good, high-quality Sword Art Online game. Now, this one would be very cool because if you don't know Sword Art Online, people get stuck in a video game classic. They die. If they die in the game, they die in real life. The higher up they go, the cooler places they can access, because in this game, everyone's stuck in the first floor. There's 100 floors in the game. If you beat the 100th floor, everyone left alive in the game will be raised from the dead. Or everyone left alive in the game will be brought back to life. Everyone who's dead will stay dead. People of all ages are stuck in this game. I think it was like 1,000 players or 10,000 players stuck in the game, something like that. I think this would be a cool game because it's completely independent. where maybe it's semi-cooperative again. I love semi-co-op games. Maybe it's fully, maybe it's you build parties, you can go on quests together. Maybe you take in the dungeon. Maybe you play your completely independent games where you get weaponry, you get items, you get gold, and then you come together after like 6 rounds to try to fight the boss. If you lose to the boss, maybe you lose one of your lives, or like you have a close encounter, and after 3 close encounters, you're done with the game, and then the game ends and you all lose. I think that'd be very interesting to have a semi-co-op game where you want to keep each other alive, but you also want to be the strongest one left. But maybe it's just fully cooperative with your own hidden goals, where if you don't do your hidden goal, then now you're evil and have a different incentive to beat the game. You know what I mean? I think it's an interesting potential coming out with the Sword Art Online IP. I know that's nothing like, from what I understand, this new Sword Art Online board game is going to be, but I'd like to see a board game in that regard. This next one's debatably an anime. Let me know what you think in the comments on if it's an anime or not. Netflix came out with a show that I believe is mostly just dubbed in English called Super Crooks. Super Crooks is an anime where there's some heroes that exist in the world, superheroes, superpowers, but also it's focused around a gang of thugs that are crooks, and they're superpowered crooks, so they're super crooks. In this one, the main character actually kind of looks like me. I'm gonna post a picture here. Let me know what you think in the comments, but I want to make a cosplay like that. But he controls electricity. He has a girlfriend. He's in and out of prison with his gang, and he keeps getting caught by superheroes, and he wants to do one last heist. And though that heist goes completely awry in many different ways, it's very interesting how that happened. But maybe you just play as a crook, super crook, and you have to go do crimes, take money, and do stuff, and whoever has the most amount of money after like 5 heists wins the game. I think it'd be pretty cool. Maybe you can team up. Again, it's another semi-co-op idea. I have a lot of semi-co-op ideas, but I don't like cooperative games too much. I'm not against them, but I feel like cooperative games is really just like a cop-out. Like, I don't know what to do. These people are friends. Let's make them friends. In video games, it's the opposite. Like, oh, they're friends. Like Naruto, Clash of Ninja, Bleach, there's Soul games of Bleach, Dragon Ball Z. They might be friends, but they fight against each other. It's fun. It's competitive. It's common nature. So I would like to see this where maybe it's a completely competitive game where you're just doing heists, maybe sabotaging each other, or maybe you're kind of working together, but you can screw each other up and just like bolt away from the person, leave them in the dust for the police. I think it'd be pretty cool to see. Now, this last one, I have no idea how it's going to be implemented into a board game, but I have like a faint sliver of a potential idea. This is Kakegurui, a show where your status in the school is based on how you gamble and the points you have. So if you gamble way too many points, you're now a lower class pet. But maybe if you just keep on winning bets, you're going to rise in society of the school. It's a school about high schoolers, but it's not really a show for high schoolers necessarily. But I think it's very interesting with it. It's almost like a death game, but no one really dies in it, which presents really cool possibilities of how people can have redemption arcs and comebacks in this kind of show. And I think what they can do for the gameplay into a board game, because this has to be fully competitive. It's a gambling game that has to be fully competitive. You would have to do a bunch of different mini games where you pull a card out, you describe the mini game, and everyone participates in like this gambling game. Maybe it's even like a combination of some other things, like that hot dog racing game that was super popular. Maybe it's like ready, set, bet in certain ways. Maybe it's literally just like blackjack poker with a unique twist. Because in this game, it's games you already know with pretty substantial twists on them. Like you can gamble to lose a finger even. You can gamble to maybe like do the find the queen game that happens in subway station, a lot of stuff, but it's always with a twist. So you have to create these classic games people remember with twists in it, and maybe even completely unique games. Some of them are completely luck, maybe some of them are, I want them to be a little bit skill towards it. Like it's kind of like poker where there is an element of luck, but it's also a lot, you're playing the people, not the game necessarily. I'd like to see that done in this kind of game. So whatever that looks like, I'll be down for. Well, those are the 10 anime I want to see board games, card games about. I'll be doing a video about some other pre-existing board game, anime, card games, but those are the ones I just have at the top of my head. Let me know which animes you would like to see done in board game form below. Subscribe if you like this video. Like this video if you like this video. Give me some hype points that exist. The hype points mean a lot more than you think. My videos with hype get a lot more views than videos without hype. It's a weird YouTube thing, but it exists. That's everything for today. Thanks for watching. Peace. Have a great day. God bless. And I really hope to see you at a table soon.